Hey everyone, it's Mr. N at Mr. N Shred Shed. Today, we finally get that great day of opening up our guitars and making some noise together. But before we do that, I want to make sure we cover 3 very important rules that'll make your guitar experience perfect. That first rule is make sure you've created a safe space for you to practice in. Sometimes that might mean moving some chairs around so that you don't accidentally bump one end of the guitar into a piece of furniture if you have to turn your body to look at your doorway, for example, if one of your parents or someone else is visiting. Oftentimes in my classroom, kids will be talking to each other and they'll turn with their guitars and suddenly you hear the guitar hit another guitar or hit a chair, and it's one of the worst sounds that we could hear in our position. So be careful and make sure you have plenty of space. A couch is a good place to do it. The second rule is to make sure you're limiting your distractions as well as keeping it clear of any pets or younger siblings who might want to play along or jam along with you on that same instrument. I have 2 German Shepherds, and they're only 6 months old, but they sure would love to play a blues tune on this guitar. So I have to make sure that when I'm getting my instrument out, it steers clear, I keep them away from the instrument itself, because it just takes one little tumble on the ground to break some strings, or possibly worse, break your neck of the guitar even. And we'll be talking more about the parts of the guitar in a future video. The third important rule here is steer clear of inclement weather, which means bad weather. So don't leave your guitar out in the rain, don't leave it out in the heat or in the car even. Sometimes when you're traveling between locations and your parent may want to stop at the grocery store, if that guitar is with you, take it into that grocery store with you and put it in the cart if you can, because keeping it in a hot car will warp the wood and it will damage the instrument to the point where you might have to buy a new one. And I don't think they have those at a Fry's Market on aisle 6. So be careful not to hurt the guitar by putting it into bad weather or leaving it in the heat. All right? So the next time we meet, we'll make sure that we get those guitars out together and that we'll start making our first notes. So don't forget those 3 rules, all right? The first one, safe place. Second one, steer away from distractions. And the third one is keep it out of bad weather, okay? This has been Mr. Ed at Mr. N Shred Shed, and I'll see you next time for some more jamming.